Hey everybody, it's Dave. Welcome to Holiday for Two. Hope you're having a good day and hope you have a good week. Well, we finally got settled in here. We just pulled into Quartzsite and we're going to be camping at Hi-Jolly Campground. And Hi-Jolly is about 3 miles or so just north of Quartzsite. And this is a boondocking spot, a BLM site that you don't have to pay a fee for, but you do need to kind of check in with the host. At least that's what the sign said, so we're going to go get registered with the host. So stay tuned. Could take a couple days here in Quartzsite and show you around and have some fun.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Hi, Patch. Got everything all settled up. Yeah. It's busy out here. Last time we were here, there weren't this many people. We're probably about half a mile, between a quarter and a half mile from the highway over there. There's the radio tower, the cell tower. And got us a nice little spot here, kind of in the middle. But yeah, there's a lot of people here. Last time we were here, I think at this campground, was about 3 years ago. And it was about the same time of year too. Actually, no, I think we came in around Veterans Day, sometime around Veterans Days or Thanksgiving. No, I think it was Veterans Day we came here 3 years ago, and there was hardly anybody here. But it's right now between Christmas and New Year's, so people will start coming in here and getting situated. There's still more room. We could go back a little farther. If you want to drive a little farther back, you probably find more wide open areas back there. But we're not going to be here for a couple days. We're going to go into town, do a little shopping, check out the Tyson Wells swap meet. We got stuff to pick up, so that's nice. If this is close, and we don't have to pay a fee here. So if we were closer down to town or at La Posa, we'd have to pay the long-term fee. So just be aware of that. There's another spot north of here too. It's a little farther up, Plamosa Road. It's about another 4 or 5 miles. And if you want a little more wide open area, you can go up there. We thought about it, but we're going to stay here. It's a little windy today. It's a little breezy. I think you might be able to hear the breeze on the camera there. But check it out. Alright, we still got some more stuff to do. Should be a nice day. It's about 60, supposed to get up to 65, 67 today. Got the moonrise coming up. Alright. We left this morning at Veckel Road, which if you're interested in Veckel Road, it's between Gila Bend and Casa Grande. We did a video on that last time. But we left there this morning and made a few stops on the way. Stopped for gas in Gila Bend. Stopped at a rest area along I-10. Took us about 3 hours to get here. Oh, and we made another stop in Quartzsite just to fill up with gas. So it took us about 3 hours. So we left there at 9:30. 10:30, 11:30, 12:45. So a little over 3 hours to get here from Veckel Road. And I just travel 60. I don't go over 60, 65. But there's a lot of traffic right now. These dogs are tired. Look at these tired dogs. You guys are whooped. Traveling is tough on you, huh? This one slept the whole way here. You guys are crazy. We picked this up on Amazon. We're going to try it out tonight. It's supposed to get cold tonight. This is an electric blanket. I picked this up on, I want to say for like $30 or something. And it's a full size electric blanket, and I think I can use this with my EB70. Let's see what stuff likes inside. There's one of the controllers. There's the way to plug it in right there. See that? I'm hoping we got enough light so you can see in here. But this is going to the Blue Eddy, and it also has a timer. It's supposed to have like a 1 to 10 hour timer, and then different heat settings. And they say if you leave it on like 1, 2, or 3, it only pulls like maybe 40, 50 watts. So we're going to test it out and see how it does, since it's going to get cold tonight. Now, the company actually sent me an email and told us to, because it's vacuum wrapped. They sent me an email told us to open it up and let it air out for a little bit before you actually use it, because it comes vacuum sealed. See that? So it's vacuum sealed. So once I open it, it'll probably go whoosh. I think I bought a mattress from Amazon, one of those foam mattresses, and it was vacuum sealed. There it goes. As soon as you open it up, it starts to, that's good. So we'll probably have to open it up and put it out on the bed back there. I'll plug it in. It's really feels good. So I'll give you part of it down there. We're going to spread it out on the bed first and find out where it plugs in. So we'll try it out and let you know how it works. I'll put a link down below in the description, and so if you are interested in something like this and you have a little power box, you need a little power box, or if you're remote camping, you'll need a way to plug it in. But it's not supposed to use a lot of power if you use it on low setting. Alright, now I have it set for power level 1. This is the temperature, so you have 6 temperature settings. Up to 6 is the highest. But it doesn't seem to make a difference on the... Let's see if it does or not. It doesn't seem to make a difference on the power. Maybe this is like a thermostat. I think that's more like a thermostat. And it probably will shut off after it warms up. And then the bottom one here is an actual timer. Oh, that's preheat. I don't want to preheat. This on this side is the timer. So you have 2 hour, 3 hour, up to 10 hours. You can set it to go off in 10 hours if you want. So like if you only want to run it for an hour just to warm up your bed, that's what it'll do. I don't know, we'll have to try it out. I can feel it getting warm though. It's kind of a Sherpa, I think that's what they call a Sherpa. Nice and soft. Yeah, I can feel, oh, that'll be nice. And you can put something on top of it if you have a comforter. We have a comforter, but if you want to, you could probably put this under the comforter, which may actually give you a little more. It won't run as much. Does that make sense? So if you put the comforter on top of it, it'll keep you warmer, plus let the blanket not need to run as much. Seems to be on right now. I'm running about 93, 99 watts. So we'll try it. This is the EB70. This one only has about 715 watt hours. So I'm not so there. It just dropped down. See, it went off. Weird, huh? So I'll try it out and see how long it runs until it goes off. Cheers. Cheers, huh, Patch? It's getting chilly. Tammy made me a screwdriver. Maybe it'll warm me up. It's a little chilly right now. I think it's like 60 and 62, 61, somewhere in there. And breezy. How you doing, Patch? They say tonight's supposed to get down to 45. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Well, this ends our first day at Quartzsite Hi-Jolly Campground. Stay tuned at the end of the video and I'll show you more about how to find this particular campground in Quartzsite. It's a little bit north of town, and also some of the other areas around Quartzsite where you can camp and camp and boondock for free. If you want to get closer to town, that's like La Posa Campground. There is a fee that you have to pay for those campgrounds because they are in closer, and the fee is, there's a short-term fee and a long-term fee, and I'll put all that on the video for you. I'll put it on the description below so you can go look at more information if you want to check that out. Safe travels. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch us on the next video. Have a great evening. I'll let you enjoy the beautiful sunset here at Hi-Jolly. Have a great day, everybody. On the next one. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Dave here, and I'm going to show folks how to get to Hi-Jolly Campground and basically give you a little bit of information about Quartzsite. The busiest time in Quartzsite is going to be mid-January through mid-February. That's when all the big shows come. The RV shows, the van life shows, all the different shows that come, as well as the Rock, Gem, and Mineral Show. There are so many different shows at this time of year, and that's the big draw for why people come here. And originally that was the big draw, but now in the last 20 years, people have come because of the weather and because it's a popular place to boondock for the winter time. So we get a lot of people who come here from all over the United States, and they come in their RVs because the weather is so nice. And it is. It's one of the nicest areas. This area of the United States has almost perfect winter weather everywhere from Quartzsite up to Parker down to Yuma. Actually, Yuma has much better weather if you're looking for a little bit warmer. Just a little side note for you there. If the crowds in Quartzsite are a little bit too much for you during the busy time, go down to Yuma or go up to Parker and Lake Havasu. It's a nice area up there. In fact, that's what we did. We took a ride up there. But I'm going to show you how to find Hi-Jolly. If this is Quartzsite, population, it says 2,400 approximately, but there's a lot more people than that. A lot of folks are winter visitors, but there are people that do stay year-round. There are a few stores in Quartzsite. We went in and did some shopping. There's a Dollar Tree, Family Dollar now. There's a Roadrunner Market. There's a couple of places to get food, like you see the Silly Owl's Pizza. There's also some hotels. There's gas stations. There's an Arco, Chevron, and I believe a Love station over here on the other end. The weird thing about Quartzsite, though, is you have to get off at either on the east exit or off ramp or the west off ramp. There's no off ramp on the 95, so you have to get off either end and then travel through town to get to the 95. The 95 is the highway that will take you up to Parker. You go north, you'll get into Parker and Lake Havasu. If you go down the 95, it'll take you to Cova Wildlife Refuge area, as well as further on down into Yuma. Okay, so that's kind of the basic gist. There are Campgrounds closer to town, La Posa is one that you have to pay the LTVA fees. Once you get out of La Posa and get farther away, then there are no fees. Hi-Jolly is up here north of town. It's kind of on the outskirts of the fee zone. Let me show you what the current fees are if you want to get closer into town. For the 2025-26 season, valid September 15th through April 15th of 26, which will be this year now. Fees are $180 for long-term permits, that's a full season, or $40 for short-term permit, and 14 consecutive days. Now what they ask you to do is if you stay somewhere for 14 days, move to another area. You could move to another campground area for a couple days, 14 days, and then come back. That's kind of what the gist of this is. It's an honor system. Camp somewhere and then move somewhere else for a while and then come back. They don't want people to be there and take up residence in one spot for 6 months in the same spot. Okay, I hope I'm making that clear. The fees, $180 and $40 fee, covers garbage. They have a trash facility where you can dump your trash. They also have a dump station where you can dump your holding tanks. They have places where you can fill up your water tanks on your RVs. They also have other kind of facilities available. They have pump out facilities. So if somebody wants to call in like one of those little stinker trucks, they have some of those kind of services available in this area. So they do offer a lot of things with that $40, $180 fee. It offsets the years ago they didn't have that fee, but they had such a mess that they needed a way to recoup some of the expenses of keeping the place clean. And there are people that live in Quartzsite and they really do appreciate RVers picking up after themselves. We don't want to make the desert a mess. So I'm just going to put that out there. And a lot of folks do this. I would say 90% of the RVers that come do that. But there's always a few people who come out and kind of trash things. And we don't want that. So if you see some of that, just say something to them. Say, hey, and be nice about it, as nice as you can possibly be in your own unique personalities, and just say, hey, please keep this area clean. And I know that if there's any riffraff, call the sheriff and stuff. They will be happy to help you out and let them know. Because Quartzsite does like that. They want people to keep the area clean. Now there are a couple of areas besides Hi-Jolly is up here north. Let me zoom in a little bit. And Hi-Jolly's about 3 miles from downtown Quartzsite. It's kind of right on the outskirts. There are a couple of other places around here. There's even a golf course. I've never been out there. It's a desert golf course. Okay, there's no grass. But I thought it'd be fun sometime to go out there and play golf on the desert golf course. Quartzsite Desert Golf Course. There are people that actually do go out there and play desert golf in the sand. So I thought that would be kind of fun. There's some BLM camping on the east side of Quartzsite, way over here. Skadden Wash area is another no-fee area. There's La Posa right in the heart of things. And La Posa is actually on both sides of the road here. There's an area over here and on the east, or on the east side and the west side. If you go farther down, you'll run into La Posa South, which is also part of the LTVA, long-term visitor area. Once you get past that, then you get into like Roadrunner, which is way down here. Roadrunner is a little bit farther south. People like to camp in this area because it's close to all the activities. Okay, there's also RV parks. People that live here maybe 6 months or longer, and they have hookups and stuff there, as well as some facilities for you. There's a couple of places here. Right along 95 north here, there's a place where you can fill up your water tanks, dump your holding tanks, as well as get your tanks flushed and cleaned out, and get propane. And it's right in here. It's not showing up on the map. It's right near between Shady Lane. Maybe it's this one. It's one of these places. It's not. RV Pit Stop. There it is. And that is a really neat setup, the way they got that there. That you can just roll right in there and one-stop shopping. You can get your tanks, your holding tanks dumped, fill your water tanks, and get your propane filled up, and then go on. You even have trash facilities there, so that's kind of nice. The stores here, there's like a Coyote Fresh Foods. We didn't go into that, but we didn't go into Dollar. I think the Dollar Tree, the Family Dollar is right down here. There's DG Market. There's another Roadrunner Market right in here. It's not showing up on Google Maps, but there's a couple of little markets, as well as the Tyson Wells Market Center right down here. Now, a little note for you if you're coming: food is going to be hit or miss. Some prices are going to be competitive with Phoenix and the other big cities. Parker is probably a better bet if you want to go up and there and get groceries and get a little bit better prices. If you're not picky about maybe paying 50 cents more for a jar of peanut butter or $1 more for other things, then you can get stuff around here. There's produce here at one of the, I think it's one of these Coyote, I think it's the Roadrunner that had, there was a place here that had a lot of produce. Kind of high on the price side, but we're kind of used to expecting that these days. Gas is really actually cheaper than Phoenix, which I can't understand why, but that's one of the things. So gas here is actually cheaper than you can buy a gas in Phoenix. At the time I came, gas in Phoenix was $3.20, $3.15, $3 a gallon, and here it was under $2 or under $3, like $2.90, $2.85 in that price range, which I thought was kind of strange. Why would it be cheaper here than Phoenix? And Phoenix is a little farther away from the California coast, you know what I mean? But that's the way life is these days. So the RV show is down here near the Tyson Wells. There's a beer belly bar down here and daycare center. All this stuff is really where the action is. This all fills up. In January and February, this area will be packed. This is where most of the people will be camping because they want to be close. They want to be within walking distance of all the shows. Okay, so I got it. If you want a little bit more peace and quiet, there are some other places. I've shared this before. In fact, we even tried at the end of our trip, we went up here to Bouse and stayed up here. There is a couple places, there's a couple places in Bouse where you can stay. There's some dispersed camping just southwest of here on La Posa Road, and I'll show a video of that. There's also a community park here where you can get a spot for $10 a night with hookups. I think it's 14. It's a cute little park, really quiet, small, and they also have a dump station there and water available. So hey, a little note for you on that. There's things to see along La Posa Road. There's also a place that's not showing up here for some reason. It's right in here, and that is La Posa BLM spot right about in here. And it's a little farther north than Hi-Jolly. There's Dome Mountain over here on the other side of Quartzsite. There is Skadwash and Roadrunner. So you got a couple of different choices. The farther away you get, the less crowded it will be. But from January 15th till end of February, it's going to be packed. So just kind of expect that. Hope you found this helpful. Have a great stay when you go to Quartzsite. See some things. It's one of those things I think it's not everybody's cup of tea, but some people enjoy it, and some people are like, yeah, you did it once, okay, and then they do something else, and that's cool too. So it may not be your cup of tea, but give it a shot, try it out. If the crowds are too much for you, there are places you can get to that are farther away where you can still enjoy some of the fun and see some of the things going on, but not have crowded people all around you. Okay, got it? But it's something to try and do. Hope you enjoyed this. Find it helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Catch you on the next video. Bye.